Help me out here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Help Me Out Here podcast. I really appreciate you being here. Wherever you're at in this lovely world, thanks for being here right now. I appreciate it, seriously. Today on the show is a good friend of mine. His name is Connor McCaskill. He is the video editor for a YouTube channel called Kinotika. Kinotika does camera reviews, tech stuff in the filmmaking world. They make really awesome videos, and Connor is an incredible editor. Highly encourage you to check out some of their videos today. Also, Connor is now the video editor for a YouTuber named Armando. How do you say this? Armando Ferriera. Armando Ferriera. I've watched a lot of his videos, and for some reason, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Oh well. His videos are really cool, and it's awesome that Connor got this new gig out in the California area. So hopefully you guys enjoy the conversation. Connor's a good dude. We had a lot of fun. We nerded out for a good amount of time, and I'm glad you're here joining us. So enjoy. We don't need to do an intro because I'll add an intro.
You have an intro?
I have an intro thing that goes, help me out here. And then, Then it plays a beat.
And then it goes right into it.
Yeah, but for this one, I'm starting a new thing with you.
Oh, okay.
Where
cool.
I'm going to do a coughing segment.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do a segment where I basically introduce the episode by myself.
Okay.
A little talking head segment, and then it will just flow into the conversation.
Like the Golden Hour podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen it.
Yeah.
What is the Golden Hour podcast?
The Golden Hour podcast. That is a podcast that I work for. They actually recorded an episode without me. I'm a little hurt because I'm here in Tennessee, not in California, where I live. Anyways.
Yeah, what's your responsibilities for that podcast?
So the Golden Hour podcast, my responsibilities have shifted a little bit recently. We're kind of changing the format a little bit. But currently my job is to live switch the podcast. So it's video and audio. And so I do live switching, so I'm cutting between shot on Dave, the host, or shot on the guest, or a wide shot. And I can.
There's 3 cameras?
Yeah, 3 cameras set up. So I switch between those live, and then it saves all that information so that when we go in and edit, it's mostly edited already.
That's so cool that it can save the cuts, and you can still go back and fine tune.
It's called Sling Studio. It works pretty well. There's some bugs with it that we've found. But it's significantly cheaper than anything else that does what it does.
Yeah.
So I think you can get up to like 10 cameras set up on it.
Jeez, and you're editing in Final Cut?
Currently, yeah.
Cool. How do you like Final Cut? And have you ever used Premiere?
I have. I started on Premiere because I did the whole, I went to some film classes in college, and they don't even know what Final Cut is.
Right.
So, you learn Premiere. I learned Premiere, and I went and worked for Dave and switched to Final Cut because he's a Final Cut shooter.
What's that? The code to the mailbox? I have no idea.
I don't know.
You'll have to call the office. Sorry, my sister interrupted the show.
The show.
But that's okay. That's how we roll on here.
Yeah, it's live.
We don't edit it out.
Well, it's not live.
It's a live edit.
But it's just what it is.
It's what it is.
So now I edit everything on Final Cut. And I like it. I like it a lot. But I'm switching jobs. This isn't related to the podcast, but my other main job I'm switching, and the guy I'm going to work for now is a Premiere editor. So I'm probably going to have to
So you're going to Premiere again?
Back. So I'm going to have to brush up on Premiere.
I would highly recommend not getting 2019.
Really? I've heard it's good.
Oh, dude, maybe it is now. I got 2019 I heard there's 2 months ago, and it was horrendous. I couldn't even play back my ProRes footage for more than 2 seconds.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was real bad. So I went back to the latest version of 2018, which I'm still using, and it's really good.
Okay. But
maybe try it. You can always revert.
I've heard it's good. I don't know anything. I haven't touched Premiere since April of last year.
Wow. Well, welcome back to the club soon.
Yeah. So
hopefully you don't miss the smoothness of Final Cut.
I will.
You definitely will.
But I think also Premiere has its benefits, of course. Yeah. Of course. So, and especially in a sense where you're editing with multiple people, Premiere has a lot of really awesome features where you can share edits.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of cloud-based stuff.
Yeah, and of course all the compatibility with all the other Adobe programs, which I use, Photoshop and Lightroom and all that good stuff.
After Effects and stuff. Have you ever done After Effects?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah,
I want to get into it.
I do too, but it's daunting.
We got to do it if we're gonna make our own Marvel movie.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about Marvel stuff later.
Yeah.
I'm excited to nerd out.
We've already nerded out
We
a lot.
We spent the last 30 minutes nerding out about Endgame.
Yeah.
But okay,
But listen to the podcast, the Golden Hour podcast. It's hosted by Dave Altizer, who's a
Yes.
YouTuber. He's awesome.
Dave Mays.
Dave Mays. Oh, he's gonna be upset. Yeah, his he goes by Dave Mays. Not don't call him Altizer.
Don't call him Altizer.
Or do and make him angry.
I did one vlog way back when you guys still lived here.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I was feeling so goofy that day, and I made this stupid intro where I introduced you guys in it, and I called him Davis Altoid.
Davis Altoid.
But in this really terrible pitch-corrected voice.
That's amazing.
Davis Altoid. It was really dumb.
I don't remember that.
I think I messed up your name on purpose, too.
Oh.
We'll find it.
Yeah,
I'll
I need
show
to
you.
rewatch this.
It's
I don't remember.
really stupid.
Huh.
We'll find it.
I like stupid.
It's very dumb. So we should probably introduce you.
Oh yeah, sure.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the Help Me Out Here podcast listeners?
Sure. Hi, I'm Connor McCaskill. I am a shooter and editor for other people, YouTubers.
You make other people look really good.
Yeah, or bad. It's my choice.
You make other people funnier. Dave's not funny.
Yeah, Dave's so
He's
bland.
horrible.
No, Dave's funny, and I tone him down. Actually, if I'm being honest.
Actually, you do.
Yeah, I take Dave's like funny meter and I tone it down to, I don't know what I like,
I
but
would say perfectly appropriate.
perfectly appropriate. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's good, clean fun, but it's still good for, I feel like adults can, I enjoy watching.
Yeah.
I watch almost all of Kinotika's videos.
That's high praise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I do that right now. I'm actually switching jobs. I'm gonna go for reasons that we may or may not get into right now.
Yeah.
But I'm switching to work with another YouTuber, Armando Ferriera,
That's so exciting.
which is pretty awesome. He's a good guy. He lives about, I'm actually moving to go work with him. He lives about an hour and a half north of where I live now in California. And it's going to be a good time. We're going to start work in June. So
Yeah. That's so cool.
yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
For a second there, I thought I was gonna move out there with you guys. I kind of hinted at this in my last episode. I
Yeah.
briefly talked about that whole craziness.
Just keep pestering him, guys. Make him move. I want him to move out with me.
Lauren would not be happy.
No.
I would miss Lauren a lot. That would be the hardest part for me. So we'll just kind of recap it. Basically,
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna come out to LA. I was like set on it.
Yeah,
Like, I would
well,
come
we
out.
were set on it.
Yeah, we were all in.
Yeah.
I was gonna come out there and basically we were gonna double the amount of Kinotika content.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and you would both be editors/shooters.
Exactly. So it would be like, right now we do 2 videos a week with Kinotika, and essentially I would do 2 and he would do 2.
Yep.
Was the new idea. So maybe while you're shooting, I could be editing and vice versa.
Yeah. And we were gonna kind of help each other out with our personal channels, figure things out. I was genuinely stoked. And then it kind of fell through because of I don't want to say stuff if I'm not supposed to.
I'll say it.
Yeah,
And
go
then
for
I
it.
can be in trouble.
Yeah, you get in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, how much trouble can you get in at this point?
I know. I'm not keeping the job.
We're fine.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was Kinotika was investor based. So Dave and I were paid salary monthly to run the Kinotika channel. We did not own the channel. And basically, the short version is our investor wants out. Dave can't afford to pay me anymore. He might keep the channel. He might not. That's still up for debate. So Dave's going to continue on with YouTube. So that'll be great.
That is, YouTube needs Dave.
Yeah, YouTube needs Dave, but Dave can't pay me, essentially.
Yeah.
I can't work for him for free as much as I want to. So I had to find a new job, and obviously Zach can't come move
Right.
to California on the basis of not having work,
Right.
which is important.
And Dave was still really trying to get me to move out there after.
Yeah.
But so after that kind of fell through, everything kind of in my heart clicked, and I was like, you know what? I really enjoy playing music. And I enjoy.
And you're really good at it, as I found.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk about your first experience at a show. But I feel like in my heart, like things just clicked together. I was like, you know what? I got to keep pursuing this band thing. This is the thing I left college for. I don't know if I ever told you that.
No.
yeah.
Here's the funny thing.
We haven't hung out that much.
Not at all, actually, barely. So we've hung out once in Tennessee before I moved originally,
Yeah.
6-ish months ago.
I was so sad when you guys
I know,
left.
because we were like,
I was like, I have YouTuber friends that are real YouTubers?
well, and the fact that, that's cool, I guess. But we also like clicked as people too.
Right. Yeah.
So, and then he came out and visited, and that's the other time we hung out. And this is
Which was like a month ago or less.
less.
We're in Nashville right now.
Yeah, we're in Nashville.
For audio listeners. And we hung out probably 2 or 3 weeks ago in Laguna,
which is where I live currently, which is
in California.
I'm so sad to leave.
Dude, it was heaven. I made a video.
I'm in it.
You're in it.
I'm in it.
The Big Baby Blues.
The Big Boy Blues.
The Big Boy Blues. I screwed up the line. I even put text on it. Go watch that video though. It was fun.
Yeah, I'll look a little different, but it's
like
still
a B-roll adventure. We both do.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right. We both look
We
different.
both have long hair in that video, and now we both have short hair. So if you want to see...
Mistakes were made. No.
If you want to see an average-looking guy and then a really good-looking guy 1 week early, go to patreon.com/Zach Mayfield.
I look average, and he looks great.
We both look pretty good.
Wow.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
No. Well, so
I'm hiding behind the mic.
You
so
told
people
your
don't see me.
hairdresser... So explain the photo you showed your hairdresser for your haircut.
We're off whatever we were talking about before.
We're going to come back around.
We'll come back to it. So basically, I waited to come to Nashville to get my haircut because I didn't want to go to some rando in California and trust them to chop off all of my hair.
A lot of hair.
It was a lot of hair.
Thick.
It was, yeah, that's exactly what she said.
It's like a horse's tail, but thicker and on your head.
I describe it as like I still have the long bit, and at the end it's like it's like bear fur. Yeah,
Bear fur.
Bear fur.
That's the name of your first son. Bear fur.
Bear fur. This is my son, Bear fur. No.
So over the top.
So yeah, so to answer what you were saying, I showed my hairdresser. I was like, hey, my barber. She's a barber. She probably doesn't want to be called a hairdresser.
Is her name Barbara?
No, it's Monica.
Ah, that would have been so cool.
Like
Barbara the barber.
like from Friends.
Okay, that works.
But I was like, I showed her a picture of Captain America from Infinity War.
Yep.
I was like, I like something like this kind of a thing, and other pictures as well.
The swoop back.
Yeah, which it's not doing that right now because I think his hair is more like doing this kind of a thing.
Yeah, your hair looks heavy.
It is
Probably
heavy.
hard to keep it back.
It's extreme hold, and it just falls down.
You'll never be bald though, unless
I
you're like
hope not.
97. You might have one bald spot.
It's based on your mother's side, right?
Yeah, your mom's dad.
Yeah,
I think.
and he doesn't have a lot of hair.
Uh-oh.
I know.
You screwed.
But my dad's side, he still has a full set of hair, and he's like 90.
We got wig technology now. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll just be like Thor actually wore a wig. Spoiler.
Wait, for the short hair too?
No.
Oh.
No. That's his real hair.
Okay, I was going to say.
But I think
You're totally right, though.
I'm pretty sure in his first movie he did not wear a wig. I think that was his actual hair.
Because it was still like pretty shortish.
Yeah, and then from then on up to when
He got so much longer.
I think that was a wig.
You're right.
I'm pretty sure I heard in an interview that it's a wig. Anyways.
So
I did that.
I showed my barber a picture of Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And we didn't collaborate on this.
No.
And now we're both back together. We got short hair.
Yeah.
Based on Marvel characters. What we were talking about was being out in Laguna in that video we made. We both had long hair.
That's right. And I think before that, because we got so off topic, we were talking about the prospect of you moving.
Yes. Yep. That's probably how we got into Laguna.
Yeah.
And
And the fact that we hung out only 3 times. This is the 3rd time we've ever hung out.
Yeah. Oh man, it's weird because we've talked quite a bit, and I don't feel like we're closer than just hanging out for a couple times.
Oh, for sure. I think we've only hung out in person 3 times.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like we're in the same world, and we like a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
That I think we just clicked really fast.
That's right.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
We're clicking. Yeah, so we should talk a little bit about how we met and stuff and where that all started. Because how
Sure.
I think it started was when I first moved here a year ago. I
Right.
made this vlog called I'm Moving to Nashville.
Great.
And I think Dave and you at the time were making videos. You were at some sort of camera convention. It was when the Black Magic first got
NAB.
announced.
We were at NAB.
Yeah.
Because we had a big blowout success video
Yes.
It was our first
And
ever
that's what I saw.
blowout success. It was crazy. We freaked out. It was like 300,000 views in like 2 days, and we only had like 2,000 subscribers.
Dude, that's so cool.
So for us, we were like
that was
freaking out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be freaking out too.
But anyways, so you saw that video?
I think I saw either that one or one. It was definitely NAB. I think I clicked on a Black Magic video.
Yeah.
And then I kind of surfed the channel a bit. I was like, this Dave guy, I think I looked and I was like, these guys have almost no subscribers, but this guy's really good on camera.
Yeah. Dave has some amazing on-camera chemistry.
Even in public, which is really hard for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's just at NAB, people all around him. He's like full voice, explaining things. Like
It's amazing.
He's very confident.
I am the opposite, and that's why I'm behind the camera.
But that's so essential, you know?
Yeah.
Your job's...
My job is to feed him big words. If he says any word over 3 syllables, it's probably mine.
Hey, say this word.
It's not because he's not intelligent. It's just because most people don't think like that.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah. I wrote a lot of papers in college, and I just used the source all the
Imagine
time.
you as a little kid with a typewriter.
Literally. Why
I wrote a lot of
typewriter?
papers as a kid.
No, but like literally all I did, and I got A's on like everything, but I'll be honest, I didn't deserve it because all I did is I wrote my paper and with normal human words, and then every single word
Thesaurus.
I thesaurus, and man, I sounded so smart.
Oh, you were a genius.
Yeah, that's right.
Dang, boy. That's crazy. So I found these videos of you guys. That's when I started following the channel.
Yeah.
Because you guys had a GH5 video too, and I was like...
Yeah, we
I gotta
did.
check
That's
this.
right.
Yep.
GH5 and then a GH5S video, which came out right at that time.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I noticed Dave was good. I liked the editing, which was you. I didn't know you at the time yet.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
didn't know of you either.
So I'm moving to Nashville. I get here. I'm pretty sure this apartment is completely empty, and I'm here by myself for over a week.
Okay.
And I get an email from Davis Altoid.
You did.
Yeah. I get an email from Dave, and it basically just says Nashville YouTuber wanting to connect or something. And he
Okay.
explains, he's like, hey, man, I found your vlog, which freaked me out. I was like, because I don't get views on my vlogs.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I would love...
No one gets views on vlogs.
Right. Except Casey and Logan
Well,
Paul.
I mean, they've been doing it for like
Right.
10 years or something. Well,
Yeah.
Except for Logan. They're
That's a whole nother world.
not from Earth.
They're banished from YouTube.
I hope they're not from Earth.
They can't be.
I don't want to claim them as Earthlings.
Earth is closed today.
Yeah. Please go away.
But Dave emails me, basically says, hey, I'm a Nashville YouTuber. This is our channel. I was like, oh, cool. So I click on it to go look at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is that channel I found way back.
That's so funny. How did I
was-
not know this?
I don't think we
I
ever
knew-
talked about it.
I knew Dave saw your vlog, and I knew and I think I knew he reached out to you. I didn't know he sent an email. That's so formal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I guess
there's no other way to contact
he
you.
could have, I guess, found me on Instagram, but I don't know if he was very active on Instagram.
He
at that
didn't have an
time.
Instagram.
Oh, that's why then.
He has one now,
Because I don't use Facebook.
and now he's very active.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
He's doing better than any of us.
Yep. But yeah, he reaches out and we set up that meeting. So I met him at Pinewood Social.
Oh, I'm going there
before.
tomorrow.
Dude, it's a
Yeah.
good place.
It's-
I'm sure you know that more than I do.
I don't know.
I've only lived here for a year, but
I've only lived here for, well, I don't live here anymore, actually. But
500 years.
15, 16 years. But I never
Dang.
went into Nashville because I was lame.
It's also traffic because
Yeah.
it makes things hard. But
I was
so I
always
met
living
with
that
him
way.
and he's like, basically we sat down. We both wore the exact same colored salmon shirt. The most weird color, and we both happened to wear it.
They thought you were on a date, didn't they?
Yeah, we were probably looked like
Yeah.
a couple.
I mean,
which
you had
is
long
cool.
hair at the time, too.
Yeah, so from behind, we're a salmon.
I
club.
understand that problem.
Yeah,
I
dude,
was
yeah.
I was in a my friend was like, I need to go into JCPenney's to buy some shirts real quick. And he's like, and I was with him, and I was like, okay, sure. So I guess somebody saw him with me, and my back was turned to them, and they were like, Malachi's hanging out with some girl.
Yeah, they see that
man,
beautiful
yeah.
dark cascade.
And then I turn around, and there's this face with a beard, and they're like, ah, ugly woman.
Your name, if you're a girl, your name would be Magnus. I don't know why.
Magnus is a girl's name?
It is now.
All right.
I don't know. But yeah, so
We
we
met
met
like Connie.
Connie.
I mean, it's close to Connor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of a masculine sounding name that would also fit with a man. Oh wow! But
whatever. You ever do that thing where like
gosh.
it like analyzes a photo of your face and then like morphs you into like
I did
the
it this
opposite?
morning.
Did you really? Yeah. I did it when I had long hair.
It's
I'm
weird.
gonna pull it up later.
Do it.
Yeah.
And if you send it to me, I can put it in the episode.
Okay. I was
Find it now. I'll finish the story about the.
Okay.
Yeah. You
I'll
find
see
that beautiful lady.
I was
pic.
attractive. No.
Oh, I bet you were.
Yeah.
So Dave sends me this email basically saying, hey, let's hang out. So we meet at Pinewood Social. He tells me about the channel. He's like, hey, we're these Christian guys making YouTube content about cameras. And
I should stop breathing in the mic.
And yeah,
Hey, look what I found.
dude, is that a picture of me and Dave?
That's a picture of you and Dave when we first did a
the Zion
live
video.
stream.
Oh.
No, that's live stream or Zion?
That's Zion.
That's Zion.
Because we did the live stream here.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it sparked a beautiful friendship.
You can probably like punch in on this, or you
I'll-
can insert a video.
I'll punch way in, or I'll
All right.
forget to, and people will be mad.
Yeah, oh, you saw it.
Most people listen anyway, so
Okay,
there's a picture of me and Dave at a table. Congrats.
it's so cute.
It is cute. But yeah, so we decided to make a video together. So I think I vlogged and incorporated you guys into it. We did the Zion Crane versus DJI Ronin S video comparison. There's some nasty
I found
pictures of me
another
on
one.
your phone.
Did we
Sheesh.
hang out more than I thought?
Actually, I think we did hang out a couple
There's another one.
few times. Man, I'm so glad I cut my hair, dude. My hair was getting bad, dude.
You were making a dumb face. No offense.
All my faces are typically dumb.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
But yeah, so we have this YouTube friendship,
Mm-hmm.
but it's sparked into something nerdier
Real friendship.
and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should talk more about this later, but I had this idea of we're both Marvel nerds. What if we had like,
There it is.
oh my gosh, I'm going to put this picture in the podcast. Can you send that to me?
Yeah.
You look cute.
Thanks. I know.
That looks like oh, that's so
Well, I was
strange.
wearing. I worked at Starbucks, and I was wearing a coworker's glasses, her glasses, and then they did this to me, and I thought it was pretty funny.
In case I forget, I'm just going to put it here so I can punch it on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Connor as a lady. That's Magnus.
Or Connie.
Connie Magnus.
Connie Magnus. Magnus would be a cool last name.
Yeah, Connie Magnus.
Starring Connie Magnus in The Runaway.
From Nashville to Laguna.
Oh my gosh.
One camera.
To
no clothes.
Now Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, that's where you're living.
That's where I'm going to be moving.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, look, I can just airdrop this to you.
Oh, yeah, baby. My phone's
Modern
open.
technology. Apple.
We are. Dude.
I will never buy anything else, even though I kind of like the pixels.
AirDrop is worth never having an Android phone.
Yeah. Too bad. If they made it compatible, I would highly consider a different phone.
Just make a version of AirDrop.
Or just make like a hack to where it works.
Yeah.
But then again,
It can't be hard. It's Bluetooth.
But as soon as Apple would update, then the hack wouldn't work. And yeah, I just stick with iPhone.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's easier.
What were we talking about?
Well, I actually wanted to get into some questions about you.
About me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing I've been wondering, because I don't know this, is
sure.
were you into
My favorite
video?
color is blue.
Okay. What's the baby boy blues?
Big boy blues.
Big boy blues. BBGs.
That would be like
BBBs.
that'd be a great album.
The big boy blues.
The Big Boy Blues, and it's a blues album.
Two obese guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Big Boy
And
Blues.
they have saxophones.
Yes. Okay. Ask your question.
As a child or a kid or a young guy,
As mini me.
when did you get into photo or video? Were you young when you got into it?
I was. This is a fun story.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's fun because of who taught me.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
So
I seriously love
basically,
this stuff.
it was photography first. I didn't.
Okay.
I had interest in video always as a kid. I had like little, the flip camera that had like the USB that would like flip out the side.
Yeah.
I made like dumb videos with my brother all the time, and I would edit them in whatever I had at the time. I think it was iMovie actually.
Yeah.
So they're really bad. I actually tried to find them though, just for nostalgia's sake. I can't find them.
Aw.
I think they're on like an old, because I didn't save anything to hard drives as a kid.
Yeah.
So it's on a computer that's probably in a dump,
It's still out there. Just rotting away the files.
Yeah. So I always did that, but it was photography first.
Okay.
So I was interested in photography, and the person who taught me, so let's see if you know who this is. So the person who taught me, shout out to Georgie Smith.
Georgie Smith.
She taught me. Now, Georgie Smith taught me photography. She is the sister of Julian Smith.
That name I recognize.
Who was a pretty famous YouTuber, made a ton of short videos. Have you ever seen the jellyfish video?
I think so.
Or like, he made tons of videos. The I made this for you. The
yes,
Malk, him.
Okay,
So
that's cool.
She is his sister.
His sister, and she taught you.
So she taught me. She's great. I just actually met her for coffee the other day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, anyway, so she taught me photography. It was awesome.
How old do you think you were at the time?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
And how old are you now? You're 24, 23, 29.
Everyone thinks I'm 27, but I'm 22.
22. Okay.
22.
Young gun.
I'm a young boy. It was probably 12,
Cool.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Maybe older.
That's a good time
I
to
can't
start.
really remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're asking me too many questions.
So sorry.
Anyways,
She taught you.
I just thought that was cool.
I think that's really
connection
cool, yeah.
was there, and he was into YouTube, and now I do YouTube. And then I was doing photography. I was entering in some like contests, and I did okay. But then I started to get into making goofy YouTube videos,
Yes.
which you've not seen.
No.
They're bad.
Are they still on your channel?
Yeah, I still have an old channel.
Ooh, what's the old channel? You got to shout it out. Come on.
Okay, it's called. I edited all of them because I was the only one of my friends who had a computer. But it's called Phoenix Films,
Ooh.
which I thought was a fun name, and it was spelled with a Z at the end.
Careful.
Yeah,
Getting edgy.
I also was taking graphic design class at the time, so I designed the logo, I designed the banner. It was a fun time. And so I got into YouTube and I was watching Film Riot.
Yeah.
That was a big influence on everything. I watched tons of Film Riot videos.
They're still going.
They were doing after. I know.
They're going strong.
I actually
still.
just met Ryan Conley.
What?
Yeah.
Is he cool in person?
Oh yeah. Apparently. Oh, I kind of knew this, but like Dave and him are like really good friends.
Of course.
Yeah.
Dave knows everybody.
Dave does know everybody. It's weird.
It is.
But now I get to meet everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
So then I watched Film Riot, and I was really into Phoenix Films, making the goofy videos with my friends, you know, as bad as they were. And you can see a really cringy version.
I'm so going to go watch your whole library.
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to subscribe.
If there's any redeemable videos in there, we did this whole spoof on UNS, the Gomer Pyle. Remember that old TV show, Gomer Pyle?
Gomer Pyle, no. I got no clue.
It's old.
I'm thinking of
It's like-
Gomer from Andy Griffith.
It's like, yeah, it's him.
Oh, is it-
He made a spin-off series.
Okay, I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, and we called it Major Moron. And honestly, if there's any series that I want to continue, it would be that.
What if we revamped it?
I would love that.
Major moron.
Just made a whole thing. And all they were like little 3-minute videos of this guy who's a major moron.
Dude, that's so cool.
And it was so fun. And I have this friend named, his name is Gabe, and he would play like the sergeant character.
Yeah.
And anytime, man, I'm getting way off topic.
No, this
but
is great.
Anytime so I wrote a lot of the scripts, but my other friend Malachi also helped and wrote a lot of it as well. But anytime we would get to a point where Gabe would be in the script, Sarge, we called him Sergeant or something like that in the videos, we would write like an idea, and then we would put in parentheses improvise. Because he would
be
just
funny.
He would say the darndest things, man.
So he's just good at that.
yeah,
impromptu.
you know. And at the time, we thought it was hilarious, and I think it might still be funny. I don't know.
I bet it is.
So yeah, he would say the funniest stuff. But
That's so cool.
so I did that, and then I went to college because you're supposed to as a person.
If you're in the U.S.,
Yeah, you have to. And
gotta.
I did.
It's the norm.
You know, I didn't just do college. I did honors because
What's honors?
it makes.
I've never been smart enough to know what that means.
Yeah, well, basically, my mom was like, "You should do honors. It'll look really good in the future."
Okay.
Basically, what it means is your classes are just harder.
Does it shine
Great.
as it like? Do you get the honors degree?
Yeah, so like basically, it's like you graduate with honors.
Oh, okay. I've heard that before. But
Yeah. So I
think
did
if
that.
I think if you have a 3.0 or lower, they don't tell you what that means.
Yeah, I had a 3.8.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
You genius.
Told you that the source is amazing.
You're that guy. You're smart and talented, aren't you?
No, I don't think I'm smart. I just think that I was clever enough to think of ways around being smart.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like math, like I knew that I wasn't good at math. So I switched my degree so I didn't have to take math. And then I re-switched my degree so I didn't have to take language because I suck at other languages.
So you didn't take any classes. You just kept switching till they gave you
Well,
a
I
degree.
took like, you have to take college algebra. So I got like a tutor and she like helped me through all of that. But
Sounds like you're a hard worker.
yeah, I stressed out a lot over school.
Yeah.
But so basically school became my life, and I always told, my friends were always like, dude, we need to keep making Phoenix Films videos. And I wanted to, but I just never had time because I was always working on school.
Did you graduate?
I got an associate's.
Cool.
I decided to finish.
That's smart.
And I took some film classes in there, and that's how I learned Premiere. And that's where I learned to do some basic graphic design, which
Yeah.
I want to actually revamp. I want to
Dude, that's such a good skill to have
I
now.
want to learn that again. But I remember telling my parents, I was like, I was going to go for my bachelor's, and I was going to go for software engineering because my uncle worked, he was the manager of software engineers at Lifeway in Nashville.
Okay.
And he said, if I go through this degree, I have a guaranteed job. And my parents, of course, wanted me to have a job. So
Right.
they were pushing me towards that, which totally makes sense because they want their kids to be fine.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. And I also knew that software engineering meant 3 years of calculus.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I didn't want to do that either. 'Cause
Run.
remember how I said I'm not great at math? Yeah, and I like avoided.
There's no getting around calculus.
You can't not do calculus
Right.
and be a software engineer.
Whew.
So,
That's intense, man.
but I knew I was doing video stuff at the time. There's actually a video that I helped on that actually has over 1 million views.
Whoa.
What? Yeah. So it's this.
What?
It's an Overwatch fan film about Mercy, and it's made by Lupin Productions.
What did you do on the production?
I did some? They never actually used some of this. So like I did BTS for them, and they never used it because they fired the directors and they're all in it. Like half the directors, and they didn't want to use it. But they tried to get me on the next. Anyways, that's too long of a story. Anyways, but I helped on like I did like PA stuff,
Yeah.
and then I also helped with like a couple scenes. Like this girl, she was supposed to be Widowmaker from the game, and she's never held a gun before.
Oh, good.
And so she was like,
It's like upside down.
she was doing this kind of stuff for like firing a gun, and I was like, guys, this looks really bad. I probably wasn't supposed to say anything,
Yeah.
but I was like, guys, it looks really bad. It's gonna look really bad. So I told one of the directors, like, if you put if the front of the gun isn't, because it's a long gun, if you've seen the game, if the front of the gun isn't in the shot, take your hand on it and push into it.
Oh, yeah.
and it'll act as recoil.
Oh, yeah. That's smart.
Yeah, and they used
So
that
they were
scene.
like, this kid. This kid knows how to work.
They invited
around.
me back, but I got the job with Dave at that point, so I didn't.
Okay,
do that.
cool.
So anyway, so I graduated. I did some film stuff, and I told my parents, it's like, I really want to do film. I don't want to do software engineering. I said, so let me take off a year from school. I might lose some scholarships, but I said, just let me do this, and then if it doesn't work out, I'll go back to college.
And it worked out.
And then literally a week or two after that, I ended up working with Dave. I was helping him. I've known him forever. He's a family friend.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. I don't know how you guys
we went to the
met.
same church forever. Him and my parents and his parents are like best friends.
Okay, sweet.
And I knew he was doing video. So I reached out and I said, actually, I think my dad reached out on my behalf, which was nice of him.
Yeah.
But anyways, we ended up getting connected, and I told Dave, I was like, I'll work for you for free for knowledge, basically.
Yeah.
And I worked for him for free for a month and a half, and he and I just worked well together. And he said, would you like to work for me for money?
You're like,
basically.
yeah.
And he said, I'll contact our investor and see if they're willing to pay, because he needed real help. He couldn't do it by himself. He didn't need me like off and on. He needed me every day.
Yeah.
At the time. And
How far along was Kinotika with Dave at that point?
Not far. So I started helping him at the end of December. So I graduated December 8th
Yep.
From college, and I started working with him either right before Christmas or right after Christmas.
Okay.
And and Kinotika, he started in November or the end of October.
So very fresh.
Very fresh. So I joined it.
It's exciting. You get to be a part of the.
So I pretty much helped him not start it because he obviously started it, and Dave has really been the pioneer of this channel. But I would like to take some credit and say that I've helped.
I think you get a lot of credit.
Yeah, I've helped get it to where it is now. And so then, I quit my job at Starbucks, and I never went back to school, and I moved to California literally 6 months after I started getting paid.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing. I went to NAB pretty much right after I started getting paid, and then I went to Germany.
Yeah, dude, that was cool.
And then
You guys did a video in a camera shop in Germany, right?
yeah,
You
for
found
the
like
EOSR because
found
the
a piece
EOSR
of-
was
Yeah.
new.
but it was there.
It was there.
I remember that. You guys were was it filmed on a phone or something?
I actually have a vlog of our Germany trip on my channel.
Go check out Connor's channel. Is it just your name, right?
Yeah, it's just Connor McCaskill. Good luck spelling it. CONNORMCCASK
Look for a brunette hunk.
ILL. I looked better then. I don't post that much, but I'm maybe starting to again.
Yeah, you're filming today.
I got this bad boy.
Your beautiful little Fuji. That camera is so sweet.
I love
the
it.
XT3.
I just like that it looks old. Like
it looks like a film camera.
I'm gonna be honest. 30% of the reason why I bought it is because it looks like a camera from the 60s.
Yeah. But honestly, I feel like that could help if you are doing vlogs or trying to get street footage or something.
Yeah.
It just looks like a touristy little camera.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's a legit film camera who sees it. You know, they're not thinking that, the dead cat and the mic on top gives it away, maybe.
But you're just filming in 4K,
That no one knows what that
60.
is either. Actually, in the airport on the way over here, no joke, 4 people asked me, what's that?
Yeah, I get that all the time.
No one
too.
knows what it is. I said it's my stress reliever. I just pet it. It makes me feel good.
Just keep making up excuses for what it is.
Yeah, no. Or I just say it's a dead cat, and they're like, oh.
Okay, really quick. Do you know how Dave made the connection with Kinotika?
I do.
How did that happen?
And it's you should honestly one day hopefully get him on your podcast.
I definitely
I
want
would
to.
love. I'll give you the quick version, and he can give you the more in-depth real version because I do know a good bit of what happened. So basically, there's this guy. It's actually kind of sketch. If I'm being completely honest. So again, I'll give you the fast version. There's this guy. He's Russian. He lives in Hong Kong. He sent out an email to actually a whole lot of YouTubers.
Okay.
Not just Dave. Dave is the only one who responded to this sketchy email from China.
Yeah.
So Dave got the email. He opened it up. He read it, and basically this guy named Tim and he said, "Hey, we like what you're doing. Would you be interested in being the host of a new YouTube channel doing gear and tech reviews, building it from the ground up?" Right?
Whoa.
And he said, "And we'll pay you monthly," right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Something like that. Oh, they're going to pay him, regardless of the views. And so he was like, that's curious. And he was doing his own YouTube channel at the time, and he was working for Dave Ramsey on their video team, and he didn't like that. So he kind of was curious. So he kind of agreed to it on the sense that he could back out at any time and, all this stuff. So like he set all this stuff up to protect himself.
That's smart.
And sure enough, they paid him.
He's like, this is real.
And he made videos, and then they paid him again. And he made more videos, and they paid him again. And he's like, okay, this is real. So he quit his job at Dave Ramsey and just went
so cool.
balls to the wall.
So they discovered him from his personal channel?
Yeah, they did.
That gives me a lot of hope because...
And he did not have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Not at all.
His channel is still pretty small, but like he's...
All things... Well, it's because he doesn't really use it.
Yeah, he's just been doing Kinotika.
Right. So...
That's so cool to know that small creators get discovered.
Of course.
I love that.
I think that's awesome, and it does give hope that it's like, it doesn't take a million people to see your stuff. It just takes one important person.
Dude,
I mean, someone with money.
That's how I felt about Dave reaching out to me was, hey, there's this vlog that probably has 150 views, but
Dave was one of them.
Dave was one of those
I'm
views.
so glad he saw it.
And now I have two of my favorite friendships because of a silly YouTube video.
I know.
You know?
So crazy.
I love how that works. So hopefully if anybody's listening that's discouraged about their own creativity, they could be encouraged.
Yeah.
That it's worth it, even if you're getting 10 views.
And just make sure whatever you're doing, you actually want to do, because you don't want to be locked in something you don't like.
That's actually something, that was another thing I wanted to talk about with you is,
okay,
because I feel like we're both trying to figure out still what we want to do on our personal channels.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Where are you? What have you been doing on your channel, and how are you feeling about it?
Okay, so I started my channel not last December, the December before that.
Mm-hmm.
I took a trip to Florida to visit my grandparents, and I was watching Casey Neistat and all that stuff, right? And I was like, I wanted to try to vlog, right? So I vlogged my whole trip, and it was fun. I will say that I found out that when I'm vlogging, I'm not in the moment.
It's hard to
and
separate.
That really, like, in hindsight, looking back, I was like, I was sitting in the living room with my grandparents, and instead of talking to them, I was editing, you know, or I was shooting videos instead of enjoying my lunch with my grandparents. So I did that. It was fun. But I kind of decided pretty early on that it's like I didn't want to do vlogs, at least not that way.
Right.
I'm trying something different right now.
Cool.
That's vlog-ish.
Is it like more documentary-ish?
Yeah, it's going to be more like I'm just going to record little blurbs and not like shoot anything that's really concise and well thought out. Like I was literally planning things.
Oh, okay.
You know, like planning my shot. I was like, I want this shot into this shot, and it looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty proud of how it looked, all things considered. I think they're entertaining as far as vlogs go. It's just no one cares about you when you start vlogging.
That's very true.
But so I'm gonna do something now. It's gonna be messier. It's not gonna be as produced, but it's more for, like you said, documentation. I'm just doing it to document what's going on because a lot's changing.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then it turned into BTS for Kinotika, I think.
Yes, I remember that switch.
That was next. So basically, Dave was like, what we're doing is pretty cool. It would be cool to have a behind-the-scenes thing going on for Kinotika. And I agreed, and I said, well, what if I shot some BTS and put it on my channel? And he was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So I did that for a while. And again, it was hard to record for Kinotika and record behind the scenes at the same time.
It's a lot.
It wasn't practical. So I did that for a little while, and then I was like, yeah, it's not really going to work either. And then I tried to just be Kinotika.
Yeah. Kind of do the whole camera gear thing.
Right. And I think that's kind of fun. I'm just not sure that that's really me. I'm not camera technologically savvy. You know, I just care that it works, more or less. I care that I get my shot. I care that it looks good. The movement looks good. But as far as like the internal specs and the whatever, you know, it's not really my cup of tea. So I was like, it kind of felt, I tried to keep it as authentic as possible, but it kind of felt not like me.
Yeah. That's my current struggle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Same thing for you?
Yeah. I feel like I like spec stuff more than you a little bit, but so Dave has given me a lot of advice.
Dave is good at that.
He's very good. And he basically said that I should do the camera thing to build up my audience and then eventually switch over to vlogs and stuff.
Sure. That's not necessarily a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea at all, and it would work.
Right.
My main issue with that is I don't have extra money to buy cameras or rent cameras.
Yeah, even if you got to have like some liquid cash to do this.
Yeah, you have to have multiple thousands of dollars to be able to do that.
And it's not like every month you're spending multiple thousands of dollars. The principle of this idea is what Kinotika did for people listening is you say you have $3,000 set aside. That obviously I was saying that like that's easy, but let's just say you do. And so then you buy whatever's new. So let's say
as soon as it comes out.
As soon as it comes out. So let's say the next Canon, the new 1DX is coming out. That's actually going to be more than $3,000, but let's just say it's $3,000.
Yeah.
You buy the camera, you use it, you review it, you return it.
You review it fast.
You review it fast because when you're doing something as soon as it comes out, it's important to be fast. You're not doing in-depth reviews usually. It's more like first look, hey guys, this is the new camera, this is what it can do.
First impressions.
First impressions. Hey, here's some sample footage. People love that. I love that whenever I'm buying something. I like to see sample footage and first impressions. I love to look at it. So it's important. It's the thing that people in our field do. Then there's other things where you review something that's older and you spend more time. But so you buy it, you review it quick, you return it. If you can't return it or you feel like that's not the correct thing to do, some people do, you can sell it for like a slight loss.
Yeah.
And then you do it again. So that $3,000 basically would just keep turning out.
And it's an investment into your views and subscribers.
Right. And honestly, that's what Kinatika did for a while, and it
worked.
It worked pretty well. It worked really well, actually. And
but you guys got to the point where then you started being able to get gear.
Once we hit 50,000 subs, companies were like, this is a real channel.
Yeah.
And they started inviting us to things. We went to a Sony event.
The A6400 thing, right?
Yeah, the 6400 thing. It was really awesome. I got to meet Justine. And
it's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
during that time,
that's really funny.
I was planning on either buying that camera or renting it to review it. And then I saw all of those videos from all those creators, and I kept seeing you guys in the background of other people's vlogs. I was like, those are my friends. Those are my friends. I was like, I know them.
Yeah.
I was so proud.
That was so fun. And so essentially, so then now companies will send us stuff, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad. You have to make sure you set up some personal rules for that because you don't want to be biased towards something because they sent it to you.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to be careful. And honestly, if you review something and it's not that great, and you say it's not that great and the company never works with you again, it's something you have to live with for honesty's sake. So that's why if we accept a product, we try to make sure that it's a product that we are going to like.
That's smart.
So that we're not lying about the product and they still appreciate us.
Yeah.
So
do you think on YouTube, there's a lot of reviews in the, let's just say camera world.
Sure.
Do you think there's a lot of reviews that are heavily biased based on free gear or payment?
I would actually say that there's got to be some.
Yeah.
But I've met a lot of people in this industry now that I've we've collabed with a ton of people.
Yeah, you've met some of the top filmmaking YouTubers.
I've met a lot of people.
You're going to be working for one.
Yeah. And I would say that actually no.
That's so cool.
Which I think is rare. I would say tech world might get a little more biased, especially when it comes to like Windows and Mac stuff.
Probably really big YouTubers too that are getting payment and stuff.
Right. But I would say no in the camera world. I would say
so
people are
good to hear.
pretty trustworthy.
Yeah.
I would say that a lot of people are only accepting sponsorships of companies that they also think are reputable. For instance, right now Kinatika is sponsored by Squarespace. Dave uses Squarespace. He's been using Squarespace forever. So, it made sense to
It's something you guys actually use and it works well.
Right. Like, for instance, I never once have ever used Postmates for anything, right? If Postmates approached me and was like, hey, can we sponsor you? It's like, well, that's awesome, but I've never used you ever. So it would be weird for me to be like, Postmates, it's awesome. And it's like, but I've never used it. So
I think people are actually really smart at picking up on whether somebody's genuine about an ad or something.
Yeah, I think so too.
People are smart.
Yeah, people are smart. And that's the thing is like, you got to be honest with your audience because they'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
And then they will never trust you again. And then it doesn't matter if from then till the end of time you're honest. They've already decided you're dishonest.
Yeah. Most likely if they catch on that, they'll probably just won't watch you anymore.
Yeah. And honestly, a lot of people still think you're biased. They'll always think you're biased. For instance, if we review a Canon camera, here's a good example. Dave actually really likes the EOS R right now. It has a lot of issues.
Yeah.
We all know it has a lot of issues. And a lot of people are like, you Canon fanboy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you've lost all reputation for me. Yeah, it has problems, but if Dave likes it, he's going to say it,
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's just how he is.
I can tell he's genuine on camera about his likes and dislikes.
Exactly. Like he right now just rebought the 1DC.
I saw that.
Which is so funny.
Goof.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. But he loves it, and he's honest about that. It's not practical. I shot on that forever because that was the camera we had to shoot Kinatika videos on. Looked amazing, but the files were terrible. There was no autofocus, period.
That's so funny to me.
I actually didn't know how to manual focus.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty fresh in the film thing, and the only camera that I had was the 70D, and a kit lens.
Just focuses for you.
Which just focuses for you. Dual
it's
pixel
perfect.
autofocus is amazing. I never learned how to color correct because, again, Canon just looks good at a camera, so I've had to learn a lot.
Yeah. Stretched you a little bit.
Still need you to teach me how to color correct.
Ooh,
I've learned some, but
we need to have a session about that.
Yeah.
We'll geek out in the
But
world.
what were we talking about?
We were just talking about biases and reviews, and
I think before we were talking about, let's
our
get back
channels.
to you and what you were saying with, like, you were talking about how you're not sure
Like my
about
channel and stuff?
reviews and what your channel
Yeah.
is going to look like.
I enjoy doing some camera stuff. Basically, for me, if I'm gonna make a video about camera stuff, I want it to be educational or informational and provide value.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't want to do something that's like, here's the news, like a hype video.
Sure.
Or something just solely to get views. That doesn't motivate me.
Okay.
My biggest thing is authenticity. I want to be real.
Okay.
I'm kind of obsessed with that, which I think is good.
That's admirable.
Thank you. Yeah. But so I'm in this weird thing where I enjoy making vlogs, but yeah, it's not really growing that much. I mean, my subscriber count is slowly climbing, which is cool.
Yeah.
I really like doing this podcast, which is kind of focused around, I'm trying to make it focus around creative people.
Great.
So the people I want to be on here, the hope is to inspire the people inside the lens to do what they want to do.
Right.
And so, yeah, I like that.
Sure.
So I'm trying to think of content that would fit in that world that I could still incorporate some camera stuff. So I'm thinking of maybe doing some stuff that's more cinematic, where I'm talking about life, health, and stuff. Like
I know what you mean. Yeah,
like
a health and wellness, not like not like literally like
not like a
here's the
workout
supplements
channel.
I'm taking.
Yeah,
but
nothing like that.
Like a lifestyle health and wellness.
Because I really like organization and efficiency.
As long as it provides value, I think that's awesome.
I think my channel's still small enough where I can experiment.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I think our channel right now with Dave and I say our channel, I'm actually leaving, but I still call it our channel.
Yeah.
I think our channel, Kinotika, is changeable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we just broke 60,000, which we're pretty pumped about.
That's so cool.
But I think that's still changeable. I think honestly, Casey changed his channel, and he's at 10 million.
Yeah. I think he's at 11 million now.
I think that
it's crazy.
a real honest YouTube channel based on a person, you or Casey, it's going to change inevitably because you're going to change.
Yeah.
You know, I've changed a lot. I'm not doing YouTube per se right now myself, but I've changed a lot in just the past couple of years. You know, if I was doing YouTube this whole time, I don't know how many iterations my channel would have.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. The reason I started the vlog was similar to you, where I was watching Casey.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta try this.
Who wasn't watching
This looks so
Casey?
cool. But I kind of had...
And Peter. I was also watching. I met Peter too.
Oh, yeah, you did meet Peter McKinnon.
I met Peter McKinnon too.
You turd.
I know. I'm a turd.
You're so cool.
I'm not
Just
cool.
being at NAB meeting.
I'm not cool. I
met Maddie too, right?
I meet cool people. Yeah, I met Maddie Hapoya.
They dropped their first podcast today.
I saw that. I haven't listened to it
I
yet.
haven't yet either. Looks cool though.
But
They have a cool set.
and I met. I don't want to talk about all the people I met. I've met a lot of great people. I met Chris Howe. I'll say that too.
Ooh, he seems nice.
He's dope.
I don't really watch a lot of
Him
his
and his
stuff.
fiance Lizzie Pierce. They're awesome people.
They have separate channels. Right?
Yeah,
That's cool.
but I think they help each other all the time.
I'm sure.
As far as I understand, they're actually on the Golden Hour podcast. It's a pretty good one.
Ooh,
So there you go.
I actually really want to check that out.
Yeah,
Golden Hour podcast. I will listen.
it's okay. I don't expect you to watch our stuff.
okay. Well, I like to.
Yeah.
If it's something I'm genuinely
It's hard to
interested
listen to. Podcasts are long, you know.
Very long.
And
I
unless
get-
you have the time,
Yeah.
it's hard to listen to it.
I don't know how you are with podcasts, but I'll get hooked on one, and then I'll start over with it and listen to the entire library and listen to nothing else.
So right now I listen to H3H3 podcast,
Oh, yeah, boy.
and I listen to Ear Biscuits by
Ear biscuits.
Rhett and Link.
Honestly, to me, that sounds like a little fart right on your ear.
Yeah, little ear biscuit.
Want an ear biscuit?
I love Rhett and Link's channel. It's actually probably my favorite thing to watch.
I've never heard of it.
Good Mythical Morning.
Oh, okay. Have heard of it.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I'll check out their podcast.
Their podcast is great. It's just two guys like this talking about whatever.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and it's fun. But how I listen to podcasts is like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll start a podcast, I'll listen to it for 10 minutes, and then I'll stop it because I have to do something else. And then if I'm in the car, maybe I'll play it some more. So I don't really listen. I don't usually have the time to listen to a podcast all the way through.
Yeah, it's only on long drives for me that I can bust out a whole episode.
Yeah.
But, okay, what I was saying, sorry, is one of the reasons I started the vlog, aside from seeing Casey and wanting to try something new, was I had just quit college to start this band.
Yeah.
Earthgroans. And I was like, this would be fun to document.
Is that the right? Is this right?
Rock and roll, baby, rock and roll.
It's not this. This is Spider-Man.
This is Love and Spiders.
Love and Spiders.
Love, Spiders.
Oh.
Rock and rolls.
Got it.
But I was like, this would be a fun thing to actually document because it's not me hopefully not just trying to look cool or busy. It's, hey, I'm starting this thing that
Which I feel like a lot of people are doing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why it doesn't feel good.
Well, it's
to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you can tell.
Like Logan Paul.
So big on YouTube, though.
I know, it's not fair.
It's crazy.
It's because of the children. I feel so bad for kids.
Yeah, it's just it has been a lot of negative
his
impacts.
audience is like 8 to like 16.
Hopefully we'll see a change in him. You know, what if it turned out super cool?
I would love to see a change in him and him keep his audience and then re-influence them correctly. Because right now, there's a lot of kids getting influenced incorrectly.
Hashtag influencers, dude.
Dude, influence is good or bad, man.
Yeah.
It's not always good.
Yeah, there's a bad side of influence. But, yeah, I felt like, hey, this is something I can actually document.
Yeah.
Look back someday and hopefully see growth.
Right.
Because the first videos on my channel for the vlogs are me playing shows with my band. There's like 3 people at the shows. And I'm filming on my phone.
Your last one was pretty rocking that I went to.
Yeah, so Connor here. When I went out to Laguna and we played a show in that area, you came to the show.
I did.
Explain it was your first concert, right?
Yeah.
Let's hear your experience. Because my band's a metal band, if you don't know.
So I've never been big into music. And that's because, if I'm being honest, I was a sheltered child.
Yeah.
And I wasn't allowed to listen to anything.
That's crazy.
Right. So the only music I heard was like the music from the 80s that my mom loved, you know.
The disco.
All that good stuff. Michael Jackson and all that great stuff. And then music from the 60s, which my dad liked. He liked older music.
Like Elvis? Did you guys listen to Elvis at all? That's 50s and 60s.
No.
You got to check that out, dude. That's still banging.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's pretty much that. And then Christian music, which I really enjoyed. But I think I actually I've been taking almost a sabbatical from Christian music. Is that bad? It's because it's all I listen to forever.
Yeah.
And so, and then recently, you know, I've been exploring. I've started with, you know, the 70s and classic rock stuff with like Boston and Journey and all that stuff. And it's really fun. And some modern stuff. But I've never been big into music. All my friends were never big into music. So I never went to concerts.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. So, and like, you know, to this day, I don't know. Like, I'll know a song, but I don't know who sings it.
Yeah.
You know? So.
I'm kind of that way with the pop world because I listen to mostly just underground music that not a lot of people know about.
So, Zach was in town. And he's like, I'm a musician. I think that was his quote. No.
Just playing on the street.
That's just what he said. No. And I was like, dude, I want to go. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to a concert. And he does heavy metal, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that a good term?
Yeah, metal or heavy metal or
heavy metal
or hardcore.
Hardcore rock.
That world.
Is it rock?
I think it has a lot of influence of heavy rock.
Heavy rock.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a boulder.
It's just a big boulder.
He does boulder music.
Boulder tunes.
And so I went to that, and I had a great time. I had no idea what you guys were saying, but
I don't either sometimes.
But I think it's just because I don't listen to that music on the regular.
So for metal music, it takes a long time to get the ear to hear what the phrases are in screaming. Yeah. Because it's a different your mouth is almost shaping differently too because you're pushing so much air out.
Yeah.
And then it's even harder to pick it up live because it's so loud.
Yeah.
And you hear the drums are so loud, like cymbals.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's more of an experience.
Fun. Yeah, I had a ton of fun. you guys put on a great show. I was
Thank
highly
you.
entertained, and
It was really fun. I'm glad you got to see a really good show.
Yeah.
That show was pretty packed.
yeah, and I got to see what's it called, like the mosh pit.
Yep.
thing?
Mosh
Where
pits.
Is that right? Where they're pushing each other?
Yeah. Yeah, there's
The guy was like just throwing his arms around.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, he's gonna knock someone right out.
sometimes people get knocked out.
Yeah, I almost wish it happened.
There's different levels of moshing.
Okay.
So you have your basic push pit, which
Uh-huh.
everyone's just crammed to the front and people are just kind of like shoulder bumping or pushing
Got it.
backs a little bit. You have your mosh pit where people are kind of like flying into each other, or you have your hardcore dancing,
Yeah.
which is like when they're flailing their arms
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the highest level is called crowd killing. This is what I hate. So basically, there's just sometimes that one guy, he will like
Crowd killing.
crowd killing or targeting. So they'll pick somebody and
Ladies
they'll
and
go up
gentlemen, they are a
punch,
Christian band. No.
punch people. It doesn't happen a lot at our shows,
Dang.
but for like
That's brutal.
I don't know how you're probably not super well versed in heavy music, but there's music that's way heavier. Like our
Yeah.
band is not that heavy compared to a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And sometimes you'll see some crowd killers. They'll just punch and kick people.
That's insane.
Some people like it. I could not. I don't even like moshing. I'll be in the back.
That's where I was.
Yep.
I was watching from a safe distance.
Yeah.
And then there was like this wall with that you could like see, like
on
like
the
a
on
bar.
the side of the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah, essentially. So then I like stood over there because I was like, oh, there's like a nice wall of protection.
You're taking
here.
your little Instagram pics
That's
over
right.
there.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah, adorable.
I was so happy you went though, because it's fun to see somebody enter that world.
I loved your friend who, I don't know if he was your friend, but this guy in the green room, he was like, you were like making a big deal that it was my first concert, and you said it. You're like, oh, it's his first concert, and the guy was like, oh, that's sad. And I was like, yeah, I guess it is. Like I wasn't gonna argue with that,
You need to directly go to a Taylor Swift concert after, and
Gosh,
Dude.
I will not ever go. I can't listen. If her music comes on the radio,
you don't like it.
I can't stand it.
I actually like her new album.
I haven't listened to it because I haven't liked. Well, maybe I should give it another try. But
I
have
hate the
not-
old stuff.
I've not liked any of her music at all. I don't like. Actually, it might just be her voice for some reason. It doesn't resonate with me at all.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? How every single person has different tastes.
Yeah, and she's super successful, so people really like her.
Yeah,
But
it's wild.
personally, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, just think like I enjoy music where people yell and hit things way hard.
Yeah.
And of course, some people are gonna hate that. It's funny. It's interesting.
But I kind of like. It's not the same. But I did go through a little bit of a thing where I listened to Red.
Oh, I love Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them a lot.
Do
Actually,
you know how I found out about them?
No.
I was watching this guy, and he's a motorcycle vlogger.
Ooh.
And my friend was showing me him because he's all into motorcycles and stuff. And on the side of his bike, it's all black and red, his whole bike, and it says Red on the side. And then I was like, what's the deal with this? And then I looked it up. It was this really awesome Christian band that I've never heard of before. And
Great music.
so I listened to some of their songs and I liked it.
I like how they have a little bit of screaming, but mostly really good singing, really thick guitars, and they do some of the
Guitars are so thick.
13 keys.
Thick boys.
They have a lot of orchestra stuff in their music too.
I love orchestra stuff in modern music.
Yeah.
I think that if you put orchestra stuff in a modern song, it makes it feel so much bigger.
Yeah, it makes it huge.
Yeah.
It feels
ever
like
listen to,
cinematic rock.
Like I said, I only listened to Christian music growing up. Do you remember Skillet?
Oh, dude, I love them.
Yeah. When they had the orchestra stuff in their songs,
Yeah.
I loved it.
So I haven't listened to their most recent records. I kind of fell off.
I haven't listened to anything in a long time.
Have you? I'm thinking of the album Comatose.
I listened to that one.
That one's so sick.
I think the one before it, the one where the song's like, it's called like Monster. And
Oh,
that
that's-
album. Which one's that?
Awake? Is it
Yeah.
Awake and Alive or?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, it's something like that.
That had a lot of orchestral stuff in it.
Yeah, with the guy in the mummy
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
exactly.
cool.
So
Yeah, that's a good album too. Those two albums I listened to all the time when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. That was one of the bands that got me into heavier rock and stuff.
Mm.
I got to see them live as a kid.
what'd you sing before? What was your cup of tea music before you got into heavy metal?
Heavy metal, huh? I got it. It was, I would say, the Christian rock world.
Okay.
So
like,
Red, Skillet, Pillar. Have you heard of Pillar?
no.
Dude, I still listen to them. They still slam.
Okay.
But that world, 1,000 Foot Crutch, another good band.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of Toby Mac actually.
Oh, actually, yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I met my girlfriend at Toby Mac's camp conference in Nashville.
What?
Camp Electric
No way.
in 2011.
Yeah, I liked DC Talk and Toby Mac and all that
Jesus
good
Freak.
stuff. That's right, Jesus Freak. Jesus,
Yeah.
he's all right with me.
Jesus is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that was the world that got me introduced into music.
Okay.
I don't know if I was as sheltered as you, but I wasn't
allowed to watch Scooby Doo.
I wasn't either.
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob.
I couldn't watch Dragon Tales.
I could watch Dragon Tales.
I couldn't watch Harry Potter.
I couldn't either.
Okay, we're both
But
sheltered.
I could watch Lord of the Rings
Oh,
because my dad loved it.
oh, right.
Yeah,
As long as Dad loves it.
Yeah, Dad loved it.
Don't tell your mother.
Yeah.
Let's watch this 8-hour film.
Honestly, that might have been the truth.
Oh, I got a beep. I got a couple beeps.
Professional.
Yeah, I suck.
Yeah.
But
I muted mine.
so we're both pretty equally sheltered, and
Just differently.
yeah, differently.
When did you break out of that? Because I was pretty late.
Yeah, I was pretty late too. It really wasn't until college.
Okay, so same for me.
Yeah, like my freshman year, I was like, oh, there's
more.
more of life.
Yeah, like
There's-
not to say there's anything wrong with the Christian stuff we were listening to
it's just a bubble.
in any way, but it was totally a bubble.
Yeah.
Actually, I think because even my jobs, like I worked at my church, and then I worked for I was a carpenter's apprentice.
Whoa,
That's my first job.
dude, you're a man.
Yeah, I made
That's where you got your hair.
furniture. Yeah, I was and everyone's like, and your mom's name is Mary, right? You had long hair, the beard. Yeah, I don't anymore.
chairs.
And then I was a carpenter's apprentice. He was a Christian guy, awesome guy. But like, I was never introduced to like non-Christians ever. I was homeschooled.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, you were homeschooled, so you had another level.
Yeah, so I was homeschooled. You know, I worked at a church, and then my first job, the apprentice, and then turned into a job, was with just me and a guy making furniture. Essentially, it was fun.
so cool, though.
It was actually a fun job.
Yeah.
So my first introduction, I guess it was before college, because I worked for Starbucks right before I went to college.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was like, these people aren't Christian, and I didn't know how to deal with it.
Oh man, was it hard? Like to be around cussing and stuff?
Yeah, at first I didn't understand. Like, I just hadn't been around it, so
Yeah.
I was that sheltered.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
how it was
like
for me
to
too.
this day, I don't really cuss and all that stuff. But
I cuss occasionally,
yeah,
but
occasional cussing.
I try to not cuss that much around people that I know would make them uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And it's not like wouldn't say I have a sailor's mouth, but
no,
I just try to be careful with it.
yeah,
I'll use it for emphasis sometimes.
but
You're the best GD person I ever met.
how dare you?
That's interesting.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
for me in college, I grew up in the bubble.
Yeah.
Got to
it's
college.
a thick bubble, by the way.
Dude, it's a hard one to pop.
Yeah.
But basically, the school I went to was Christian as well in college.
Okay.
So simultaneously, I'm learning that
What does
there's
that mean, though? Christian college. I feel like
a lot of rules.
it's just a lot of rules, but were the kids, college students, different than regular students? Do you think?
A lot of them were.
Really?
Yeah.
So they were.
It was.
I've always heard that.
I found a pocket of people that were
Okay.
super real.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's what helped me break out of the bubble.
Okay.
So there's all these rules and restrictions, and with my personality type, having heavy rules set on me naturally makes me push them off and go somewhere else.
Got it.
I don't like being told how I have to do something,
Yeah.
and that became more visible as I got older in college and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm like, why are these people telling me everything I have to do and believe? Like, I feel like I can't be a free thinker.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up through that meeting these awesome dudes in college who are still some of my best friends ever. And so I'm learning there's this crazy bubble that I've never seen before.
Okay.
Because I'm also seeing that there's a real world.
Yeah.
So those two pieces of knowledge together, I was like, okay, I need to.
I told you my hair just starts to fall.
It's a cascade.
I need
dude.
like extreme hair hold.
Need some horse spit. You just need a pet llama to follow you around and spit
Just
in your hair.
lick my hair.
Yeah.
There you go. That looks terrible.
That's kind of how I broke out, though. But it's nice. I'm glad I went through it because I can keep elements of that I think are good.
Yeah.
And also have a lot of realness.
And I don't think that, I think I gained a lot through how I was raised.
Yeah.
You know, respect being one of them that
You're a good boy.
sometimes seems to be an uncommon thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also lost a lot being raised how I was.
Yeah. What do you feel like you missed out on?
Human connection.
Yeah.
Like I had to learn how to talk to people.
You're definitely not socially awkward.
Not anymore.
You used to be?
And I can still sometimes be.
Yeah.
I sometimes go back to it.
I think we can all kind of be awkward sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so. But I like sometimes, I'm actually introverted.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I had to relearn how to talk to people and I guess I did okay. Starbucks helped me a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Because I had to talk to people all day, every day. So
Kind of forces you into it.
yeah, so I think that was probably one of the best things for me.
Yeah.
So
Real world job.
Yeah.
Making coffee.
yeah.
You've been kind of off the coffee train, though, right?
Wow.
Until today when I
You
made
made
coffee.
me coffee.
Did you like it?
I liked it, but I haven't finished it.
It's probably a little cold now.
It's cold brew now.
It's cold, bro.
That's not true.
I love cold brew in the summer.
But yeah, I cut it off because I was working at Starbucks. I was drinking like 6 cups a day.
Oh my god, bro!
Yeah, it was a lot. And then I stopped working for Starbucks and I couldn't afford that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because I got it for free.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it was like, I forget, but it was like, make one when I wake up in the morning at my house, get one when I go to work. As soon as I
14
walk
more when you
in,
go to
and
work.
then I drink one, on my first break, then I drink one on my lunch break, then I drink one on my last break. Then I
Sheesh.
get one to go home,
Yep.
and
That's about 6.
then maybe another one at night.
Ah,
Who knows? Yeah, why not?
quick espresso shot before bed. Pow.
Yeah. Well, it was more like, I think it was make coffee at home because at the time I was in school. So that was like, now it's time to do homework.
Yeah.
So
So
I cut it off cold turkey. 'Cause I was like 5 weeks, no coffee.
cold brew, cold
I
turkey.
had a headache. It was terrible. And then I started drinking tea, and now I'm drinking like a cup a week.
That's
right
healthy.
now. And but since I've been back, like my mom has like an espresso machine. She has pour over French press, little espresso percolator.
Look
for
at her.
She has her own problem. So I've been drinking a lot of coffee, and now I'm meeting people. I'm back in
Coffee's just
town.
A natural meetup.
Let's
thing.
meet for coffee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pounding down that caffeine.
I should just
And you're in Nashville for a couple more days, right? 2 or 3 more days.
Yeah, so I'm here today. I'm here for Mother's Day, and then Monday, and I leave Tuesday morning.
That's cool. Are you close with your mom?
Oh yeah,
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. You guys get to be together.
yeah.
Kinda
I'm
jealous.
so happy to be here for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom's not
day.
here.
She's not.
You can call her.
I will.
Yeah.
I have a little plan for her. I'm buying her dinner from a distance. So
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm always on top of it.
you should just go get her one fake
The
flower.
fact that I'm here helps a lot.
Yeah.
I think that helped my.
I think her being with you.
Yeah, but I'm normally like on top of everything.
What if you got her some
Mother's Day and
some
birthday.
coffee beans or something?
I don't want to feed that addiction. So
She's just shaking.
I mean, we're gonna go to Pinewood Social tomorrow, but that's the whole family. I was like, I could buy breakfast, but then I'm like, man, that's gonna be a lot of money for a whole family,
Ah,
and I'm moving again.
your family likes to eat.
Yeah.
I don't even know your family. I bet they're cool though.
Most of them.
There's a couple oddballs in every.
Are they gonna listen to this? No, I love my family. All my family.
They
is
are
great.
perfect, and you have no qualms with them.
No, I've never fought with my siblings once. Never.
They're angels.
Yeah.
Connor, what do you think? You're about to make this move to Cowabunga, California,
Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cowabunga.
Yeah.
What do you think is next? What are you feeling? What's next for you?
I don't know. I didn't know I was going to do YouTube. I thought I was going to be a director of photography in Hollywood because that's what, everyone wants to be. I watched Ryan Conley. He taught you some DP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to work in Hollywood, and then I did YouTube, and I'm second banana on YouTube, but I kind of like it because I'm the shooter. I'm kind of doing DP just for YouTube now instead of Hollywood.
Yeah.
obviously there's the idea of maybe doing my own channel, but I'm not sure that that's really what's for me. I think maybe I'll always do something on my own personal channel, and if it grows, great. If it doesn't, who cares?
Yeah.
For me.
I like that mentality because you can make whatever you want.
Right. And honestly, right now I'm toying with, I've had this idea forever. I actually used to be a big backpacker. So I've hiked lots of different mountains and mountain ranges, and I want to do that again, but I haven't found the time. So I'm like, maybe if I incorporate it into content.
Yeah. That'd be a great series.
Can make it. So basically it's like tech and gear for hiking.
Oh, that could be really cool.
Like, that means I could review boots,
backpacks,
or camera stuff.
Dude, you could also
related to that.
Yeah. Imagine like, because you could do any sort of travel camera gear or travel gear.
Yeah.
Like portable coffee makers and stuff too.
AeroPress. I would highly suggest the AeroPress for that.
There's a video.
Yeah, I know. So that's kind of what I'm toying with right now.
Yeah.
Also, in that same vein, I wanted to do this whole thing where I reviewed trails.
Whoa.
Because
that'd be insane.
I remember, and it might be different now because there's that like All Trail app.
Yeah.
But even still, there's never been somebody to review trails that wasn't just like Googling the trail, you see a Yelp kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I want for someone to Google a trail and there's like a video.
Yeah. Maybe showing some of the trail.
Yeah, and like have a difficulty rating and a video to go with it. And I always thought that's what I wanted to do.
You could even add like tips in there, like this is a really cool spot I found.
Exactly. So really, I think that's more where my passion lies. I love camera equipment, but then I could incorporate it into it somewhat. But it's really not my. I don't think it's my forte.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's cool that you're figuring that out. You know.
Yeah.
Instead of just blindly pursuing it.
But whether or not I do that, that's neither here nor there. Because right now, I think I really am okay with just filming and editing for other people. And like helping someone else be the best they can be, because it's always hard to do it by yourself, as you're finding, I'm sure.
Yep.
It's hard to do it by yourself.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
And more power to you for doing it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Like people need people like you and people like Dave and people like Armando. But I think the world also needs people who are willing to help those people.
Oh, yeah. Because it turns out making the content significantly better and more efficient.
I always think that having a second set of eyes on content is always better too. So I loved how we used to edit videos for Kinotika. We've kind of strayed away from it just because of time. But before, especially when I was learning a lot of how Dave does things, I would get the footage, I would edit it, and I would edit it as if it's a complete project. And then I would give it to Dave, and then he would edit it. And I was totally fine with that. I don't feel like he was, messing up my creativity or anything like that. Because the way I see it, it's his face on the screen anyways.
Yeah.
And then he would go over it with his creative pass. And I think it would always be better. So like I would think of something that he wouldn't think of, and then he would think of something that I didn't think of.
Yeah, it's double power.
Yeah. And I think that really had some oomph to it.
And it's not like you're getting a set of requests where it's like change this, change this, change this, change this. You're like passing it on.
Right.
It's like a filter system.
Yeah. So it's like this is 100% complete. It can go up right now. But
if you want to change it.
If you want to change anything, change it.
Yeah.
Other than color, because I never really figured out color. He colored everything.
That was one thing I was gonna ask you about Armando. Is he gonna still color grade?
He's a colorist. He loves color. He actually built out some presets and stuff for specific scenes in Premiere. So that's probably why I'll have to switch to Premiere so I can drop them in.
Yeah.
But he told me that he would help me with color.
Nice.
So that's good.
He'll probably be a great resource for you to learn that world.
I think so too. I mean, we're gonna be shooting on the C200 for everything.
Yeah. He talks about the camera a lot.
That'll be fun.
It's
a good camera. It really is.
Dude,
and
one of my previous guests
owns
a wedding film business and now shoots weddings with 2 C200s. Wedding films. That's
amazing.
So good though.
I used to work for this guy, is a friend of Dave's, and he connected me with him shooting weddings in Tennessee. He's awesome. His name is Jim Cook. He doesn't really do weddings anymore. He does commercial work now. Okay. But he shot weddings with 2 C100s and a C200.
Nice. That's beast.
And that was with some other extra little things here and there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's a lot of pro gear for a wedding.
Dude, shooting weddings, which you know,
I'm done with it, but yeah, I know it.
that was so incredibly hard.
Yeah, because you're just documenting these tiny moments and you can't miss.
They're not redoable.
Not at all.
And it's a long freaking day.
It's usually like 8 to 12 hours.
I would say 12 hours every time, at least with how this guy did it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like usually it was show up at 11, which I would show up at 10:45
Attaboy.
because I'm
So punctual.
too punctual. Actually, Dave always was like, you don't have to show up early all the time, especially when you're going over just to someone's house for fun. It's not good to show up early.
Yeah.
People don't like that. People don't like that.
I feel like a few minutes late is now casually acceptable.
Yeah. But like if for instance, if you're throwing a party at 6 and you're like, hey, party's at 6, and then I show up at 5:45, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my curse. I'll sit in the car and wait a lot of times because I can't help it.
Just drinking your tea.
Yeah, that's right. What were we talking about? Weddings? Oh yeah. So
how hard it is.
It would be like I'd get there at 11 and then we'd leave at midnight
Jeez.
because of I guess how these weddings are.
Well, so the way some shooters do it now is they'll have different packages, and depending on the package you get, you get an hourly amount of coverage.
Got it.
So like 8, 10, 12.
I guess the ones that he had me help with were the bigger ones.
The way I did it was I would just be there all day.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to miss a key part
Right.
of the story.
Did you ever have anyone help you, or was it solo?
Yeah, I did a lot of second shooter stuff.
Okay.
Actually, Lauren, my lady, she would come with me, and she's really naturally good at filming, which is so crazy.
That's
to me.
so awesome.
Like, she wouldn't use a vector or a waveform monitor or anything. She would just look at the little exposure dial and just had an eye for it.
I don't use a waveform either.
They're not totally necessary. I feel like a histogram is perfectly acceptable.
I don't use that either.
You just eyeballing it. You have zebras or anything?
Yeah, I just eyeball it.
Yeah.
But that's because I was never taught correctly.
I'll show you how to use a waveform.
Well, I know how to use it now.
Okay, cool.
But it was just like, at the time, I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about a waveform or anything like that.
I just started using that.
I was like,
a
it
year
looks
ago.
correct to my eye. And there you go.
If it looks good to you, who cares?
Know your audience, too, because a lot of times they don't know either.
Exactly.
And you deliver a product, and it's better than they could do.
I mean, how bad can it look on the XT3?
Oh, it looks so good.
It looks so good.
The film simulations are so nice.
Dude, I'm honestly jealous of that because when I'm on tour, I hate color grading.
Yeah.
So I would just use a film
I'm not going
emulation.
to color grade any of this. I'm going to test that and see.
See how
I
good
used
it
to shoot F-Log because I thought that's what you were supposed to do, which I guess it is technically. But then I was like, why?
There's no supposed to with creativity, brother.
Yeah, and that's a great quote.
Thanks.
There's no
Now I have a title for this podcast.
there's no supposed to be with creative stuff. Is that what you said?
There's no supposed to with creativity.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that's great.
Got the title.
Just put that on a t-shirt.
That would be cool. That's like totally my personality. Like
You should make t-shirts.
I think I'm gonna start doing merch at 10,000 subs.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
I always wish that Kinotika did merch.
I feel like it would do well.
What's cooking shirt?
What's cooking on a dad hat
Yeah.
with like a little logo of like a spatula? or
We'd
something?
actually have to like make a logo though, because I'm pretty sure we just used an emoji
Yeah.
and it blew it up really big.
Oh, if you guys haven't seen any Kinotika videos, just go watch some of the more recent ones because you're editing. It's like high quality PewDiePie editing with
I love PewDiePie.
filmmaking subjects.
He's definitely an inspiration.
He's so good. Dude, his editors are so good.
I love it.
I love how
they have a personality.
they do. Because they use the text.
Yeah.
Like they'll respond to him
Yeah.
just in text.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's so fun.
And they'll intentionally make some things look terrible.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
Yes, I know. You see the latest one about the quality?
Yeah. And the color grading.
Yes, the color grading.
So they're just like
oh my gosh, it's so
oversaturated. It's so
I love
much.
it. I love it.
It's great. It's beautiful content. I'm trying to think if I have any other big questions for you.
Big questions.
Oh, do you have a preference over like between shooting and editing? Do you have one that you like?
I feel like we kind of covered that a little bit.
Yeah.
Shooting, totally,
Yeah.
100%. I love editing as well,
They're both fun.
but it's like for specific things. Like when I edited my Florida vlog, that I was referencing earlier, I had a ton of fun editing it because I
Nice.
got to just kind of it didn't matter. Nothing mattered with it, and I got to just do whatever I wanted. So there's so much creative freedom in that edit and there's a ton of creative freedom in the Kinotika edits as well. Don't get me wrong, but in the end, it is a product in a sense that has to look, somewhat like.
There's people counting on it, too.
Right, and that's important.
Mm-hmm.
So with that kind of stuff, I prefer with like the Kinotika kind of stuff. I do prefer shooting. I think grabbing specific shots are awesome. So I guess my answer is shooting.
Yeah.
But there are parts of editing that I love.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think
editing can really bring out humor.
Yeah.
Just fun.
Did you see the latest? It's okay if you haven't. Hold on. What video was it?
What is it?
Did you see the RXO2 video that we put out?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I'll watch it.
I was curious. There's one part in it that I put in that I thought was funny. And Dave almost cut it because he didn't think it was funny.
Okay.
Because Dave and I's humor is very contrast, actually, ironically, which I think makes our content better.
Yeah, get a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Probably serves
I'll
different
show
people.
it to you later, and I'm curious to see if you find it funny or
Yeah,
if it was just me.
Okay. Yeah, let's just watch it after this.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
So,
dude, I feel good. This is awesome. How long have we been recording? What does it say on there?
An hour and 25 minutes.
Oh, dude, nice. This is my longest one.
We had a lot
You're a
to
great
talk about.
guest. Thank you so much for coming.
It was hard to give you a high five. I was going to do
Oh, yeah,
this,
you were doing
but
the reach.
I had to go like
Hopefully next time
double high five.
I'll have another one of these.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if I could come out, like fly out to see you guys sometime.
Please.
Bring the gear and we'll just make stuff.
Anytime.
Okay.
And I mean that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you tell me. You're just going to show up
I just
at my
knock
door.
on your door. Hey, bro.
What's up?
You said
Oh.
anytime. I'm just holding my podcast here. Let's go.
Let's go, man.
But that's one of my favorite things about touring in a band is it allows me to connect with friends all over.
Yeah.
In person. Which is cool. So
that is pretty cool. And you
Yeah.
get to see a ton of stuff. I can't believe. So this is cool. When I was looking at your Instagram, because it's always funny, you're actually, okay, I'm going to be completely transparent here. Your Instagram story videos are the only videos I will watch.
really?
Being
so funny.
I hate Instagram story videos.
Yeah, me too.
I hate watching
That's
other
why
people's
I make
videos.
them the way I make them.
I rarely post videos. I have recently because there was some funny stuff with my mom reacting to my haircut.
Yeah.
And that you can't do that in a photo. But I hate Instagram videos. But for some reason, I love your videos.
You mean specifically on my story?
Yeah.
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 Okay, cool.
Or like you do like the punch-ins and you say like the darndest thing.
I will forever be a Zoomer.
Yeah, that's so great.
That's my only way of being
But
funny.
anyways, so he was in Laguna, and I don't know how much time went past, but it didn't feel like a long time. And I went on Instagram. It's like Zach posted something, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll see what this is. See what's up." And you were in Tampa, which is where I was
Across
born.
the country.
And I was like, "How did he get there?" I'm pretty sure they're in a van.
Yep. We had a lot of that. So
Was
out
that
west,
next? What was next?
after Lagoon or after LA,
Yeah, how did you get there so fast?
I'm trying to. I think we cut through.
Did you use a wormhole?
We used part of a wormhole in the Space Stone.
Oh,
Yeah. So we had the gauntlet.
that does teleport.
So out west, all the cities are more spread out.
Yeah.
So to get to the next show, it's usually like a 12-hour drive.
Yes.
So we
There's a
might
lot
have
of-
gone. I think it was Salt Lake next, and then
Okay.
we started cutting way over to the east side of the country.
And you went just straight all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just thought it was so funny. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's in
Tampa.
Tampa. Yeah.
So you probably felt normal for me, but you probably checked in just a couple days later, and you're like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, and that's the thing. I really don't know how much time went past. Cause
Yeah,
my
it
days
may
are
have been like a week. Who
It
knows?
really could have been a long time, but in my mind, it was like I just saw him, and now he's in Tampa, Florida.
That's one. It's fun, man.
That's pretty awesome.
I generally, if somebody will ask me, "Hey, where'd you play yesterday?" I'm like, I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Because everything becomes one big cluster.
Yeah.
And then like a month after tour, then you can remember specific days.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. But yeah, bro, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah.
This was really fun.
Yeah. I feel like this is just the end of this podcast conversation, but we're going to talk for a lot longer, especially
Probably.
about
Marvel.
Marvel.
I have an idea of maybe it'd be cool. We can end with this.
Okay.
Maybe We could brainstorm a show we could do together or something.
I would like that.
But I need a nerd outlet.
Yeah, I agree. Because I don't have that right now.
Me neither. That could be fun. And the camera just died, but luckily we still have audio.
Wow.
So
This is crazy.
this happened in my last podcast.
Did
too.
it really?
Yeah.
Just goes to black?
I usually have it plugged in to
That's
the wall.
pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll put text here that says the camera's dead.
The camera, but can they still hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's separate audio.
Yeah, great.
That's so funny. Nobody has any idea what I'm doing with my hands.
Yeah.
Well, we will end it here.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Go subscribe to Connor's channel, Connor McCaskill. Go
Yeah.
subscribe to Kinotika.
Do that. Support Dave.
Yes. Subscribe to my channel if you're just listening to the audio. And if you want episodes an entire week early,
Whoa.
go to patreon.com/Zachariah Mayfield.
Wow, they have to spell all of Zachariah.
Doesn't that suck? Yeah. I should have done Zach Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you go by, right?
Maybe I should change it.
Can you change it?
Yeah,
I would change it.
I might change it.
Zach is easier to spell.
That's true.
If I could change my name, I would change it.
What if I changed my name and then I got like
I'm thinking about like
double subs?
maybe I should go by my middle name,
What's your middle name?
Mark.
Mark McCaskill.
Yeah.
That's so dad.
It
Connor's
rhymes.
cooler.
Yeah, it is cooler. But everyone spells it ER.
What if it was Concask? It sounds like an internet company.
Conskill?
Conskill.
That sounds dumb.
Get your conskulls out. All right, everybody. Love y'all. See you later.
Later.